Hi. So we're going to move away from the technical area a little bit now, and maybe start to help you cure what we might call some of the issues of the mind. So before I'm going to go into that, I'm going to explain a law that I think actually applies to most everything in life, and it's literally I've called it the law of 3 to 5, but now it's called the law of 3 to 5 plus, and it's about the fact that for something to break, there's usually more than one factor that causes something to break down. Now I'm going to give this completely over to the golf swing, but as I say, you could apply it to anything. The 2008 collapse, the coronavirus. There's so many things that are involved that make it all become something that that could be quite a catastrophe. So let's go to the shank. Okay, so basically all of these things could be present without it actually breaking down. So we may set up a little bit too close to the ball, meaning that the shank of the club is a little closer than it needs to be. We may have a dynamic movement that does that or adds to that. We may have a path that is sending that closer together. We may be taking it away at our address position straight away, which actually then puts that part of the club closer to the ball. We may have the weight on the balls of our feet, which means that we're going to tend to move in that direction. We may have a motion that's too quick. It may then happen more than once. And then as soon as it's happened more than once, all of these things are happening at the same time, then the mental capacity to believe that the shot can be done effectively without going to the shank begin to collapse. So we're not set in the mind in the right way, and somehow the brain then allows us to get stressed in such a way that normal operations of our anatomy and muscles reactions won't combine with the ideas that we've got in the head, and we shank it. So up to this point, until the mental part got in the way, then we could hit shots, but we were getting close to it. But as soon as we've gone there, we now could even develop a yip. Now here's the interesting thing as far as I'm concerned, is that when something breaks, you have to go and fix everything. Now the part that broke it was the mental part, but just going back and fixing the mental part won't fix it. Later on in this week, I'm going to show you some of those areas and how to address some of these mental parts. But basically what we would do if we were coaches is we would go to the one thing that was the biggest thing of all these things and fix that. Then we would fix the next one and the next one and the next one, and eventually we would finish up doing the mental side. So in other words, getting all of these technical parts right would help our confidence, but nevertheless it would still be fragile because of our mental thinking. So let's take this area into the next level tomorrow, where I'll give you some of the fixes for this, how we can address the mental part of this issue, and through the week we'll touch 2 or 3 other subjects. There's the law. See how it might apply to other things in your life. Fix everything. In the meantime, stay safe.